Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of our Runescape League experience. As you can see, I have now unlocked my tier 2 relic of the Farming Frenzy, and my god is this good. Like, with the Head Farmer Jones in Berthel, you can buy yourselves any of the seeds, cabbage, onions, tomatoes, and with this relic, you basically plant them and they grow straight away, which basically means that you can get crazy good farming XP. I've only done a couple rounds there and we're already at level 15 farming. I can go and recycle for some of the potato stuff, but I'm still on the sort of case of trying to go and pick up some very quick points. So I'm still floating around just picking up these 10 pointers. Just going to go and actually do a baked potato now. And then after that, we can go and hopefully go and get some herbal ingredients from the herbal master in Tably. So there is the baked potato done. Another cooking level 11 cooking. And eating that baked potato is going to give us 10 more points. So yeah, I'm going to do a few things. I've got some logs for some arrow shafts. Basically, I'm just going to try and get these 23 tasks for global finished and just ticked off. But you can go and buy some of your herbal supplies from Jatix in the Tably area, just a little southwest from the summoning store. But what he does, he allows you to go and buy these supplies every single day. There's a couple further down here as well. These will be very useful. These are things I would recommend you to stock up on very quickly. But I'm just going to go and do this, make the potion. There we go, our first attack potion. I think he might sell a couple more. No, he doesn't. So I'm going to stock up on all the things which aren't eyes of newts, because you can buy the eyes of newt quite quickly. Just because I think these will come in handy later on when we decide to do some of the herbal stuff. And they don't run out of stock either. So white berries are going to be a great way to train herblore, because you can do super defenses and the secondary is basically free. So that's quite nice, but they don't run out of stock. I know we mentioned it in the blogs, but until you've actually seen it, I didn't realise it was like that. So I need to get some qualms. I need to do some more farming as well. So that's one, plant seeds in any farming patch and then make any kind of potion, clean any herbs, fletch some arrow shafts and do 10 rounds of the agility course. So we'll go and jump on that now. So what I'll do, I'll bank all this. I have some logs, which I'm going to make into shafts. Then I'm going to do 10 laps of the agility course, because it's a nice one I can tick off. There's a couple of agility levels as well in it, which isn't too bad. So I'm going to make some shafts, because no doubt at some point we'll have to make some arrows as well. Now, before we get there, I'm going to go and get some wool and some bowstrings as well. And I've just made bows when it should have been shafts. So, yes, great. So, what I'll do, I'll go and do those tasks. So, what I'm going to do is get some wool. I'm going to pick up some flax from the little flax patch here, just north of the farming spot. And Tably is actually very good. Probably better than Lumbridge for doing these early level tasks. I do think it's a lot better in terms of an area. There's just so much more around which is easy to sort of pick up and sort out as well. So I think I'm going to kill some cows for a little bit, get level 10 combat. That's another big thing ticked off. And get the old defense off as well. So because we've been sort of reset as such for account settings, I'm just going to make sure that my combat mode and combat XP, I'm only going to be getting the pure XP. I don't want defense XP just yet. I'd much rather get a higher magic level, because it means our magic damage over time will be better. If you want some really good combat XP, you can go and safe spot these cows, so you can pretty much go and hammer them one after another and get some real good, decent AFK combat XP. But that's going to be the start of this video. I'm going to go and rattle off a couple of these, and then we'll come back with some other stuff a little later on, and we'll talk through where we're going to go next. So some big things have happened since we last updated. So we've just got to tier 3, and that is actually going to guarantee us the bronze rank of the trophy as well. So really nice. Basically what I've been doing is just AFK skilling a lot. As you can see, just got level 76 mining, which is very nice. What I've been doing is going after the ores where you can get rewards. So now I'm doing Dracolith, 650 Dracolith is going to get me another 30 points, and then we're going to Phasmite. I've done Necrite as well. Really nice for this as well is that even though it's the secondary of an Orichalcum bar, it's still going to make me an Orichalcum bar as well. Now, tier 3 is really nice for a few reasons. The main one really is that I get a ×6 multiplier now. So we're going to be moving up in the multipliers, which means the XP we're going to get is just going to be even better. Now, to get to the next rank, we're going to need another 3,000 points, which is going to be quite a lot of tasks, really. So I'm going to start branching out a bit more into the next sort of sets. I'm definitely going to be looking more towards combat, quests and stuff like that, while also chipping away at like the 200 medium tasks, which is what I've been doing really. If I'll show you guys the medium tasks, a lot of the stuff I've done is just do 200 of this, level 15 skills, 500 total level. I've also done as well my first wilderness event. I did one of the evil trees. Really good XP. Got a couple levels in farming, wood cutting, and fire making as well. And I've actually got a couple of tasks kind of stacked up, ready to go. Like I've got the willow tree one here. I'm starting to get fletching as well. Fletching's really, really quick XP. And I can quite comfortably go and do a lot of the weapon smithing as well because I've got quite a lot of stuff sat there. But getting high levels just seem to be unlocking more and more tasks, which is good because we'll need to rattle through a lot. My big problem still at the minute is that I don't actually have any sort of herb seeds, which I think is going to sort of give me a problem a little bit later on. So I think eventually we'll go and do a bit more thieving. We'll go to Master Farmers, but once we go and do our little unlock, I'm going to go and try and grab a thumbnail. So that's why I'm not unlocking just yet. And then we'll go and pick through our next relic and what the plan is to do afterwards. So here we go on our first league point of tier 3. We're going to finish the 50 Draclyph. That is 80 points for a hard task. Again, those hard tasks, which only need something like 60, 70 mining or whatever skill, really do rack up quite quick. So that is our mining done. We're going to go to Lumbee now because I'm going to go and claim tier 3. With that, we're going to also do a nice little thumbnail as well for the video, hopefully. So tier 3, I'm going to go for Assassins. Only because with the quests, it will give me access to Buisness with the ability to teleport to Movran. But also as well, a lot of the Slayer tasks are quite painful to get to. And I just think it will give me quite a unique maneuverability around the map. Because a lot of Slayer tasks are in quite weird positions anyway. And it just means I can hop around the game a little bit better. So here we go for our third tier of Relic. We're going to go through the Assassin's Insight, and this will give us the ability to sort of like transport to a lot of Slayer tasks, which will be really nice for speed and just because, like I mentioned before, and it's quite nice to travel to some of the very far distance Slayer tasks as well. So we're going to go for that. Once it does the little countdown for us, 3, 2, 1, activate Relic. There we go. So with that item now, we have the Assassin's Insight. So this will teleport us pretty much wherever we need to. All the Slayer Masters, so Movran means we can go directly to the Elf City, which is pretty big, and some of the other teleports as well. As you see, all the different lairs and dungeons, very, very nice. Real big sort of teleportation. And we can go directly to a couple of Slayer tasks as well, which normally are the more annoying ones to get to. Very quick teleport to Anachronia. We can go to all these Strike Worms, again, a little bit tucked away. Calgarian Demons as well, gets us to Demonheim. That part of Demonheim a little bit quicker as well. So really happy with this. I think it's a good choice, and it should make slaying a little bit easier as well. And yeah, we'll go and do that. I do need to do a couple more Slayer tasks for the future because we still need 5 to finish that task, even though it's quite a little one. But it's nice. We've made the progress. So the next one, we need 2.9k points. I actually do have quite a few like points sort of stashed up and stuff, which I'm going to go and jump to the bank now, and we'll go rattle through them, and then we'll see how close to the next one we can get to. Do think I'm going to go do a few quests. I think New Foundations, Gertrude's Cat, and also I'm going to start the Icarian's Little Helper to be able to do Pyramid Plunder, because I think that's going to be the best way to train thieving, and there's a couple of tasks as well, so we'll update you guys when we get there. So the big bonus to me at the minute with tier 3 is that we've now gone up in terms of the XP multiplier. We are now at a ×6. Which just means that we'll get a lot more XP, and we'll be getting there very, very quick. So we've got a task of either Hobgoblins or Wolves. I think I'm a bit too low for Hobgoblins. From what I can remember, they do actually hit pretty hard. So I'm going to go for... Actually, you know what? Let's go Hobgoblins and just see how we get on. We'll go for 40 though. 40 is the minimum. And yeah, we'll see how we get on with that Slayer task. I'm going to do other stuff. I'll do Slayer tasks a little later on when I'm a bit more chilled. I do think the quest we're going to start with, though, is going to be Gertrude's, which means I need to go and get a raw sardine. Why I'm doing Gertrude's is because I want to get into the desert to do Pyramid Plunder, and with Pyramid Plunder, we'll get some real good XP in terms of thieving to rattle that up. But as well, a few things I can open while I'm at the bank as well. We got some wild rewards. Basically, I did a wilderness event, which I highly recommend anyone to do if you can. There's some skilling ones and also some combat ones, and I think the rewards are going to be pretty decent. Even if they're not, the XP I got was pretty insane. So, in other words, it's pretty decent. These ashes are going to be huge. That's some nice alks when I can finally alk in terms of a salvage. And then the very wild reward is going to give us whatever that is, a lucky charm, nice, and a lucky charm for Zamrak as well. So yeah, 32 ashes is going to get us a task as well as quite a bit of prayer XP as well, so that's very nice. Black salamanders, it's a ranged weapon, tier 70 ranged weapon, that's nice. Chins, we'll use those, which will be decent. But yeah, not too big on those rewards, but again, it's decent. But someone just got 200 mil fletching, which shows you how mad these XP rates are. I've seen 2 people get 200 mil DG, which just shows you like how quick some of the XP rates are. But not for me. I'm just going to keep plodding on and going through all the skills. This is where we're currently sat at the minute. Like I said earlier on, we did quite a bit of work earlier on, just chipping away at some of the skilling stuff, which has really racked us up some points. So I'm going to get ready for Gertrude's cat, and then we can get moving with everything else. And yeah, we'll update in a little while what the plan is. So there is Gertrude done. 34 cooking from that as well. The next one I'm going to jump onto is the new foundations. This is going to get a lot of XP for construction. Just need to find out where it is. I think it's down here. Yes, new foundations. And then we'll also do necromancy as well, because necromancy will be a serious way for us to do some combat. So I think all of these items, the bricks and all that sort of stuff, I can get from Bill. But we'll go and get that started now. So we'll need to go speak to the king. So we'll go and finish this one off. And then like Fort Friendly can be a little AFK project. Then when I edit, it's a very good AFK because you'll have to build up the whole fort. And then once the fort is built up, that's when the quest completes. So I'm going to go and get the most part of this done. And then we'll probably go and head off and do some other stuff, go and chase some points. Again, I've got some stuff. We can get some points very, very quick, but I think this will be worth doing anyway. So let's go and start new foundations. So there we go to the point now, which we have the bank at Fort Friendly, which is nice. We're also going to have Bill available with all these different options. And I think as well that they won't decrease. Yes, so we can use Bill for quite a lot of things, actually. We can get some basic planks, which with the XP multiplier will be very, very decent. So we're going to have to make our own bricks, which again, won't be a problem because we've got the limestone. And even then, bricks will be decent XP at level 1 as well. So really interested to see like how many levels I'm going to get just from pure doing this Fort Friendly. So we're going to start at level 1. We're already at level 7. So I'll come back when we're at a point of being finished. But with the times 6 multiplier as well, we are going to get some huge XP from this. Normally, whenever I've started on brand new accounts, we've got it to a point of like level 50-ish. And then I think as well, we're going to need something like 80 of this limestone. So yeah, we'll see how we go in terms of this. This will be a little side project, which I'll do on the side. But what this will also give us as well is the ability to do things like fetched zombies, which are just here. These drop the early level herb seeds very, very often. But we are definitely going to have to go and beef ourselves up a little bit with combat. I think doing some Slayer will be nice for that. It will give us a chance to get to a point where we're not going to be struggling too much with these monsters, because at the minute I'm a bit too weak. So I'm going to make these frames. I'm going to get the workshop up to where it needs to be. And yeah, we'll go from there. And I'll update you guys once we're further on. But all this construction XP is going to be really, really nice. And the total level now is going to absolutely fly up from doing this in here. Dungeoneering as well will help massively with a lot of skills, but yeah, we're making some big progress. So just snuck in a little evil tree as well. We got 51 woodcutting, which is nice. We can now do a couple more quests, and also rune hatchet and acacia trees. And we also got level 41 on the fire making as well. In terms of reward, 86 willow logs is actually really good, as well as some seeds, which will be useful. We also have the benefit of the tool leprechaun being able to bank logs. So what I'll probably do for 7 minutes is just sit and just smash some willows out. It just means that when it comes to burning some logs a little later on, we're a little bit ahead of ourselves. Or maybe I'll make some more arrow shafts because we've got a lot of bars in the metal bar storage, which we can turn into arrow tips and really hammer out some fletching. Now we're at time 6. Fletching is going to be insane and a real quick way to go and get some levels. We're now at 650 in terms of a total level, and it is going up rapidly. So yeah, we're going to AFK for 7 minutes, just try and hammer this out. At some point, I will go and upgrade both my tools. So I'm going to put in a base rune pickaxe, rune hatchet. I'm going to go and get a couple levels of smithing when I do the arrow tips. So that is the plan for now. And also we've got these logs to burn, which is nice. But definitely do your evil trees. They are incredible XP. I think for the willow logs, I was getting like 280 sort of XP a log, and then about 2.8k per log I burnt as well. So yeah, really decent. And like the 2 evil trees I've done has like got me so many woodcutting levels, which is only going to help with unlocks and other things which we can do as well. We are currently part the way through the new foundations quest, and we're already 36 construction. all I've done is built the base workshop. So I'm just recruiting the priest now after the 6 minutes, and then we'll go back to finish that quest. So I have just made a rune pickaxe and a rune hatchet, which is going to help me sort of in the long run anyway, because we need to do something with a rune pickaxe as an actual task, and the rune hatchet will help with the woodcutting gains as well. But going to now do some thoughts because it's quite a hard AFK while I do some editing. But we're just going to wrap up on where we're currently sat. So we've got 25 HP, nothing too important there. 50 smithing, because that's how I've been able to do rune. Loads of quest unlocks as well, and being able to do rune smithing, which is very nice. We got 36 thieving. Basically, I took a little trip to Pyramid Plunder, got 6 levels. We're actually going to go back because I need 38 for the Master Farmer, so we'll get that ticked off. 34 cooking from something. Again, quest unlocked, absolutely flying in. 53 woodcutting, which is avoid dance. 47 fletching, which I basically did because I needed to do some smithing. So I made some arrowheads to get to level 50, and also the adamant set so I can get ready for the task to wear a full set of adamant. We then got 36 construction. That is simply from just doing the workshop, and construction is so many quests, as well as a lot of total levels as well. So that is really nice. And then 34 mage as well. So this is going to be the end of day 2 officially, or the second episode, shall I say. I've got a lot of time left for today. As you can see, it's like 3:15, but I need to edit this video, so I'm just going to go and do some AFK stuff. And then when we come back tomorrow, we'll run through what we're looking to do. I don't think I'll quite be at tier 4, but what I'll be sort of aiming to do is get these combat levels up, do a couple of quests, and get to like at least base 10 or base 20. Again, with 6-time multiplier, it really won't take long. I'll do a little bit of dungeoneering as well, and when you come back tomorrow, we'll run through what we're going to do, and I'm going to real push hard for tier 4 to get that unlocked. Not trying to do too much skilling at the minute, because again, tier 4, if we can tick all the tasks off, are going to be a ×8 multiplier, so it's in our own interest not really to skill that much, and then to move up to do that for tomorrow. So what I've got to do for the meantime though is make some limestone blocks, ready to do this 4th room free as well. But if you are enjoying the videos, please make sure to give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. Again, still trying to get back into the groove of those daily videos, but with leagues, it's content on content on content. But hopefully over the next couple of days, we'll be able to really push up. And then just before the weekend, that's when we'll start hitting out the major stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.